Hello there. Today I'm going to show you a tool on Server 2008, but I'm actually going to show you on this Windows 7 machine. It's called MMC, and it's readily available on all the way back to Windows 2000. But it's so you can make your own custom applets, basically your own custom control center applets. Let's say, for example, you call up computer management a lot. You can choose File, Add or Remove Snap-in, click on Computer Management, and Add, Local Computer, Finish. And basically there's your computer management and all the features available to it. And when you get done, you can close this window and get the options to save it. And we'll call it CompMGMT. Save it. And now here on the desktop there's a computer management console. Anytime I want to pull it up, it's right there, a desktop icon. Now the cool thing about this is if you're running Server 2008, I have a Windows 7 machine joined to this Server 2008 domain. I can create a computer management console over here, but I can also create one here to manage my Server 2008. Now there's a couple things we got to do first. So Start, and then Services.msc. Continue. We need to find the remote procedural call. Let me expand this a bit here. RPC locator. By your default, yours will be turned off. You can make it automatic and click Start. I've already started mine. Then we come over here to this Windows 7 machine. We look for remote server administration tools. Here it is for Vista, and here it is available for Windows 7, although the Windows 7 is a little experimental. Download this this program and run it. Windows 7 hasn't been officially released yet, but they've still got this tool for it. 64-bit is the x86 or x64 for 64-bit. So we'll close that. And after you install it, after you've downloaded it, there's one more command you're going to have to run. So Start, Run. That'll show up in your, not Run, CMD. So now right click, Run as Administrator. You have to do Run as Administrator so you can get this user account control pop-up. Because if you don't get this, you can't do anything that requires the user account control pop-up. You can't run it in the command prompt. Now the command we're going to put in is copy reg svr 32 space schmmgmt.dll. Hit enter and you should get this message. Succeed it. The reason why we have to run that is because by default the remote server management tool is not going to be available by default. So now we need to turn it on. So turn Windows features on or off. There we go. This will take a minute to come up. I want to pause the video while it does. There we go. It came up while I was threatening to pause. There it is, Remote Server Administration Tools. You'll probably have to click this plus sign. Seems like I had to do that, and check all of these boxes underneath it. But this is the thing that's going to allow us to manage our server remotely. For some reason, some of these features don't work on the Windows 7 when I try to manage the Server 2008. And that may be because this isn't really a server, and it's not made to handle things like Active Directory. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to manage DNS here locally onto the Server 2008 machine. MMC. So, enter. Yes. The Active Directory doesn't work, but the DNS one does. So if you install this on your local machine, File, Add, Remove, Snap-in, there's Active Directory users and computers available. For some reason that one doesn't work. That would be the best one to have. But DNS does work. So I'm going to choose to click DNS, Add, and then OK. And if I click the plus sign, it's going to say the following computer. So the name of that server, 2008 A. Please, that's the name of the machine over there. Yeah, there we go. So I can save this little plugin on my desktop, and anytime I have to mess with Server 2008, I've got this tool on my desktop. I just close it, save it, yes. We'll call it DNS.my.domain, because that's the name of my domain. Put on the desktop. So now anytime that I need to mess with the DNS, I've got it. The Active Directory users and computers doesn't work quite right. It might, if this were a Server 2008, it would probably work better. So you could build yourself a virtual Server 2008, join it to your domain, and then run your console from that local Server 2008, the one that's virtually stored on your desktop. Though that may take a little power and your boss may not like that. But Active Directory users and computers. Okay. There we go. So I can manage users here. Actually, it does work. I wonder why it wasn't working before. But you can see my login here of Technological. I can right-click on a user and go to Properties and manage this user on the Server 2008 domain controller without actually going up and messing with the Server 2008 controller. So I'm going to close this. We'll save it. We'll call it ad.my.domain. And there are tons of snap-ins on the MMC. I want you to go and look around and see what's there. I can use it to manage this local computer, although it's much cooler when I can manage a remote computer. So thank you for watching.